Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about this. From the New York Post. Google launches woke writing function toting inclusive language. Of all the things that you should be worrying about, Google, I think I'm gonna go on a limb here and say this is probably a waste of time. Let's go. Google rolled out a new inclusive language function that is intended to steer its users away from what it deemed to be politically incorrect words like landlord and mankind. Yeah, I'm gonna keep using those words and you can go suck a cock, Google. Google Docs introduced a woke feature. Oh yeah, Microsoft Office actually has that one. And he has been nagging me a few times when I use your word mankind and certain insults in my writing. Well, that only made me double down on the usage of the word. Google Docs introduced a woke feature this month and showed up pop-up warnings for people typing in words of phrases considered to be non-inclusive, such as policeman, fireman, and housewife. Oh, all of this to protect the 1% of 1% of the 1% of the 1% of the worldwide population. Why 1% of the worldwide population, Alphabet? 1%, I think it's about 1% or give or take or the T on that part. And the 1% is usually the ones that are actually using this stuff and writing. And then there's also the 1% who is actually going absolutely ape shit insane over this. Maybe I actually use 1% too much, but still, they are so feel you're actually bending over backwards for these people. Well, then again, they are very, very loud, and they are kind of like that obnoxious little kid that you actually have to go on and say, shut the fuck up! And then there's the weak parents who say, oh god, please stop crying, I'll buy you an ice cream. Anyway, the online word processor's algorithm will alert them of the chosen term may not be inclusive to all readers. They can go suck a cock. And then goes on a step further by suggesting alternatives, more inclusive words to use. For example, it might suggest humankind. I hate that word. It's... You either use mankind or humanity. They mean the exact same shit. If you're going to use humankind, I know you're an absolute triggered shit fuck of an insane little retard of an asswipe. Instead of gender and mankind, a police officer instead of policeman, you can go suck a cock. The new AI-powered language feature called Assistive Writing Can Suck a Cock has been widely panned by critics, who have accused the search engine of being both intrusive and preachy. Preachy, yeah. That's an understatement. That kind of would be like you writing "fuck God" on the document and then Google say, oh, this is not very inclusive. You should say, thank you, God. Imagine if the Christians actually took over and that would be like that. What's the difference between saying policeman and saying fuck God? That regard. God, these people replaced God with another religion. Vice writers found that when they attempted to type the words annoyed and motherboard, they seemingly non-inclusive terms were flagged for being insufficiently inclusive. Well, you asked for it, Vice. Reap what you goddamn have sown. Let me just say that, besides suffering with all of this nonsense, I do take small little pleasures in seeing the woke idiots actually paying for their mistakes. Anyway, meanwhile, a transcription of an interview with former Ku Klux Klan leader David Dick, where he uses the N-word and says other reprehensible things about black people, raise no red flags. Yeah, because it's actually he's emulating the black speak, so he is very diverse. Google Parler from a free online document to raise issues with Martin Luther King's Jr. iconic I Have a Dream speech, suggesting that the civil rights leader should have replaced the fierce urgency of now with intense urgency of... Oh, for the love of goddamn Jesus! Are you goddamn fucking shitting me? The fierce to intent... The more we move to the future, the more we stay the same on the retarded racist past, and this is a very large, good example of that retarded nonsense. Google Docs algorithm also took issue with the President John F. Kennedy use of the phrase "for all mankind" in his inaugural address, and hopefully suggested swapping it for all. Like I said, the person who actually uses humankind, I already assume they are retarded, and I will treat them as such. With contempt, and feeling sorry for them because they are retarded and they cannot help themselves. It must be inbreeding, birth defects, or some other nonsense. And even Jesus fucking Christ did not get a pass from the search engine, with the writing feature taking a swipe at the use of the word marvelous. The Sermon on the Mount, non suggesting that the Son of God should have used lovely instead. What's wrong with the word marvelous? Google, you have more things to worry about. This is not one of them. Google's spokesman said that its controversial assistive writing feature is undergoing evolution. Quote, assistive writing uses language understanding modules, which rely on millions of common phrases and sentences to automatically learn how people communicate. This also means that they reflect some human cognitive biases. Our technology is always improving, and we don't yet, I may never have a complete solution to identify, mitigate in unwanted word association and biases. This is totally triggering. We should completely and totally replace all words that's so goddamn fucking triggering. These people, I'm so tired of being triggered, says the spokesperson from Google. God damn it. Google, do me a favor, and Microsoft too. Go suck my cock. That is all. And that goddamn fucking hell. Have a great fucking night.